Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Happy Tuesday or Wednesday. It's Sunday right now. That's why I've got my Lions pullover on because we're going to beat the Chiefs tonight. But I'm going to put this video out probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I just wanted to get it done today. So today we're going to go through some of the best items that I found out there sourcing over the last week. Some of these items are going to be kind of bread and butter stuff that I find pretty often. Some of it's going to be stuff that you probably could find out there that other resellers aren't picking up. And then some of it's going to be a little bit more hard to find stuff, just items that I thought were cool that I ended up sourcing this week. So let's go ahead and get into it. First item we've got is a vintage Big Dogs hoodie. You know, if you grew up in the 90s, you're probably familiar with this brand. I see these pretty often, and I don't know if it's just in my area, but I see these vintage Big Dogs hoodies and shirts fairly often, and I've been passing up on them for a long time. I thought this one looked cool, so I decided to look it up, and turns out the hoodies have a decent sell-through, and they sell for 35 to 40 bucks. So I grabbed that one. I think it's a good style, good logo design. Next up is a pair of vintage Levi's 550s. These are made in USA. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it there on the back tag. Sometimes if they don't have an interior tag, if you look on like the back patch here, it will say made in USA on the back patch. These ones I got for, I believe, $7.99, and tag's right there. Oh, $10. So these black vintage 550s will go for 40 to 50 bucks. If they're the orange tab, maybe a little bit higher. These aren't the orange tab, so I guess these are 90s. But definitely a good pickup for 10 bucks or less. I grab them often. Next up we have, this was a brand new brand to me. So this is a brand called Ace Rivington. It's from Santa Barbara, California. These were brand new with the tags, as you can see here, tags hiding in the pockets. But I picked these up for $7.99. They weren't priced up. I had never heard of them. I looked them up. The sell-through is decent. I want to say somewhere around 40 to 50%. But they sell for like 60, 70 bucks brand new. So that was definitely a good score for $8. I'll be on the lookout for those again if I see them. Next up we have, and this was a new brand to me, and now it's not. Now it's part of the arsenal. So this is 686 Everywhere. These are men's. They are like a jogger type of pants, or like a tech pant almost. These go for 35 to 40 bucks. The sell-through rate on these things is awesome. So if you can find these out there, definitely grab them. I paid $7 for this pair. Great find out there. Next up is one that might get passed up on often because this is one of those brands that resellers will look at and just pass up on. American Eagle. This is the A-line. Now, typing in A-line, you're not really going to find anything for jeans. You're going to find a bunch of skirts. But if you type in high-waisted wide leg, which these are crazy wide legs, you're going to see some results there. The sell-through is really good on them. They sell for like $25 to $30. So American Eagle stuff with the wide legs, with the boot cut, with the flare cut, those all sell really well for women's stuff. The rest of it is basically dead. Don't pick it up. But those few different cuts are definitely good grabs. Here is a pair of Craig Hoppers. They are women's, which is fine for this brand. They're considered like mountain climbing or hiking pants. They are fleece lined. They're very nice. They go for around $30. Sell-through is pretty good on these. This is another brand that was new to me a few weeks ago, and now that I know what it is, I've found it again a couple times. So definitely worth grabbing. Next up, we have another pair of American Eagle. These are black, which I'm not sure if the black helps with the women's jeans, but these are high-rise slim flare. So if you see flare on there on the cut, definitely grab it. The flare, the boot cut, the wide leg, all that stuff sells really well. I think the wide leg has close to 100% sell through, but these ones were good as well. So definitely a grab if you can get them for like $5, $6 or less. The Flex Ballroom khakis, these are Duluth Trading. These are a bread and butter for me. I grab these every time I can find them for like $6, $7 or less. They're just good quality pants. They have the extra support here in the middle. I think that's why they're called the Flex Ballroom, because you could dance in them. They've got so much flexibility. But very nice pair of pants. These go for around 30 bucks. Pretty good sell-through, I think around 40%. So definitely a good grab. Ralph Lauren, this is the Blake Fit, which the Blake Fit is a pretty good fit. Sell-through's decent on it. But what's going to make this one go faster is it does have the flesh pony. Hopefully you guys can see that. And the flesh pony, for whatever reason, is sought after. I mean, if you look up the Blake fit, you'll see where the sell-through's at. If you look up the Blake fit with flesh pony in that description as well, sell-through ends up being like 60% or something. So definitely a good grab if you can find it with the flesh pony. Next up, we've got Proper Shirtings. I like this brand a lot. Their dress shirts sell really well for like $25 to $30. Sell-through is good on them. Definitely worth picking up if you can get them for $6, $7 or less. Their other styles, not so great. Short sleeve, kind of like plaid styles, not as great, but the dress shirts are definitely worth grabbing. Next, we've got a pair of Travis Matthew pants. These are a Tencel blend. Very nice, lightweight pants. These still sell okay. Bigger sizes are better, but this is a 32. The sell-through looked decent on it. Looks like they go for about $25. So decent pickup, not the best find in the world. This is cool. It's a cool flannel. These go for $25 to $30. We are getting into flannel season, so the sell-through is already like 40-50% on these. I'd imagine in 3 months the sell-through on these is going to be 100% or higher. So great pickup there. If you find cool flannels out there, it's definitely a good time to be picking them up. Here we got a pair of Mott & Bow jeans. Good brand, solid quality jeans. These go for around $30. Nothing crazy, but they're definitely good pants to pick up. If you see them out there for like $8 or less, I would grab them. They have a good sell-through. Next up is this Ariat shirt. This is a wrinkle-free, just a super nice navy dress shirt. These go for around $30 as well. So good pickup here. I'm sure you're familiar with the brand Ariat. Not all their shirts are great to pick up. Their jeans obviously are much better. That's kind of, jeans and boots are really what you're looking for in that brand. But I looked up the sell-through on that and looked up the pricing, and it was definitely a good grab, so I snagged it. Next up is, I've talked about this before, and I think this one flies under the radar because I see it left behind all the time. It's Charles Tyrwhitt, and you don't want to pick up everything. Not all the dress shirts, like the classic fit stuff, does not sell through very well. But the non-iron slim fit or the non-iron extra slim fit with these have a good sell-through. They sell for, it's not a ton, around $25. But I typically get them for around $4 or $5, so I definitely grab them at that rate. The sell-through is good. Next up, we have a pair of orange tabs. And so these are made in USA. These are orange tab. These are 501s, the black ones. So these are like, I don't know. These are pretty sought after for the orange tab. These will probably go for $60, $70. This was actually a Poshmark grab. So I got these for $8 off Poshmark. I don't know if they didn't know what they had listed or what it was, but these things are in like perfect condition. So they should sell quickly at that price. Definitely a good grab. If you see the 501s out there in black or the 505s out there in black and they're made in USA, they sell through pretty well. So definitely worth grabbing for $10, $15 or less. Next up, we have another pair of American Eagles. I know in a haul video, it's strange to see 3 pair of American Eagles, but these are probably the best ones. So these are they have close to 100% sell-through rate. Super high rise, baggy, wide leg fit. These things are crazy looking. But they're just, I mean, they're really sought after. This is the style that's in with the younger crowd right now. And these are selling for $20, $25. I mean, some people are getting $30 for them, but I'll probably list them at $32.99, run my sale for 20% off, and take offers down to like $22 on them. These ones I got for $5, so definitely a good pickup. And next up is just a classic pair of North Face jeans or hiking pants. But they are nice. If you can get these for like $5, $6 or less, or even up to $8, they sell for around $30. Definitely good quality jeans or pants. Here's Doer. I don't find these often. I really don't. I don't know if you guys find these more often in your area, but I think this is the second pair I've found. They were $10, which is fine. They go for like $35 to $40. Doer jeans are really nice. They're quality, like workwear jeans. Definitely a good pickup for $10 or less if you see them out there. Next up, we've got a pair of Madewell jeans, and these are, so this is another example of like, you want to be specific with the styles. These are the curvy 90s straight. They're also black, which helps, and They are still brand new with the tags. It looks like these go for about $70 to $80. So I'm going to price that accordingly and hopefully get around that for them. Definitely look up tags because some of these Madewell jeans are still worth some good money. Next up we've got, and it's probably been a couple videos since I've shown you this, but just for the newcomers who haven't seen it yet, Curve Appeal. This gets passed up on all the time. They sell through really well. I want to say like around a 50% sell through, and they don't sell for a ton. They'll end up selling for like 20, 25 bucks. But if you can get them for $5 or less, they're definitely worth grabbing, and there's a lot of them out there in my area. I don't know if it's maybe a Midwest thing that people are into them or if they're everywhere like that, but definitely be on the lookout. This is one I've talked about a few times. Keep talking about it. Bugatti, the U-Cotton or the Bugatti 8-way stretch. These are just nice shirts. They've got a lot of stretch to them, a lot of flex. Most brands like the 4-way or the 8-way stretch is worth looking up because most brands sell through in that model or that style. People just really like this super stretchy, very lightweight, comfortable, blended fabric. So these ones sell through really well. I mean, I think every one I've gotten has sold through within 30 days for me already. And I'll keep picking them up at $5 or less, $6 or less. They sell for, $25. So it's not crazy huge profits, but it's definitely one of those bread and butters that, like, you get 30, 40 of those sales a week. They start to add up. This is the Playoff Polo. This is Under Armour Playoff Polo. These sell through. It's decent. They move quickly enough. Out of all the Under Armour Polos, these are the ones to grab. They'll sell for around $20, maybe $17 to $20. I think I take offers down to $17. I get these for $3 or $4 when I'm out there because it's a short sleeve. Most places are priced, $3.99, $4.99 for short sleeves. So for me, they're worth picking up. Sell-through is good. I sell a fair amount of them. They're definitely worth grabbing if you see them out there for a reasonable price. And this one is not the Playoff Polo, but I did want to include this in the video because some people might pass this stuff up. So this is the Performance Polo. Kind of nice colors, and it's got a stripe pattern on it, which is cool. But the biggest factor here is it's a 4XL. So 4XL in most golf brand polos, like your Nike, Adidas, Reebok, especially Under Armour, they'll see a little bit of a premium, so this will probably go for like $25, and the sell-through is excellent. They're worth picking up because there's not a ton of them listed, and those people also need that kind of stuff. You got big-size golfers and all that stuff, so it's definitely worth grabbing if you find the Reebok, Adidas, Nike, Under Armour, or the higher-end brands, of course, but I've never seen some of the higher ends in those 4X sizes. But anyways, yeah, moral of that story is get the 3X plus size stuff when it comes to like golf polos. Next up is Eddie Bauer First Ascent. These are fleece lined hiking pants, very nice. These things are high quality. I love these pants. These are worth picking up. The fleece line ones go for like $35 to $40. I got this pair for, I did pay $11 for this, but definitely worth it. The sell-through is really good. I think sell-through on these for men's and women's is like 80 to 100%. So definitely worth grabbing those. This is a LL Bean. It does have the Made in USA Freeport. It's just a standard flannel, but these Made in USA vintage LL Bean flannels, they go for $25 to $30, and the sell-through is pretty good on them. So if you see that tag that I just showed you, definitely look it up. If it's a sweater, if it's a shirt, if it's, whatever it is, it's definitely vintage LL Bean and worth taking a look to see what the sell-through is. Next up, we've got a pair of Brooks Brothers. These are the Elliott pant, which is a corduroy pant from them. Looks like these go for about $40. Sell-through is pretty good on them. I thought they were really cool. I might try them on. I do like them a lot. We'll see. I'm getting too many clothes, so we've had to develop a rule here where if I get a new piece of clothing, I have to choose a piece of clothing that I currently have, and that one has to get shifted out into either eBay or Goodwill donations. So if these do fit and I decide I want to keep them, I'm going to have to see if it's worth swapping out for a current pair of pants, but we'll find out. Next up is Tacobas. So these are definitely, this is a brand to be on the lookout for. So these Tacobas Pearl Snaps go for like $40 to $50. This is a really nice one. It's in great condition. They're like a Western style. I don't know, they're really cool. This is definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. Next up we have I believe it's vintage, Woolrich. This is the Sportsman chamois. So these chamois shirts are pretty popular. especially the vintage Woolrich or other brands. They don't go for a ton of money. I think this was like somewhere in the $30 to $40 range. But just a cool shirt, feels soft, and definitely a good snag if you see it out there. I mean, that Woolrich stuff, if you can find some of the older stuff, it's definitely worth picking up. Next up we have classic. It's a Rothco. It's the M65 jacket. This is the digital digital camo, and it's not a digital camel. And you know, it's a good size, I believe. What was it? Yeah, it's a 2X. So yeah, great size. I mean, this should go for $100 for sure. I mean, I'll probably accept offers down to 80, but this time of year, something like this is definitely a good pickup. I paid $15 for it. All of them have sold quickly. You know, I think I've bought 4 of these in the last 5 months, and I have 1 in my store right now. This will be 2. So they sell through pretty well. They should sell by the end of the season, I'm sure. And next up is my favorite piece that I found this week. Super cool. Might be kind of lame for some people, but I think it was awesome. It's LL Bean. I don't think it's vintage or anything, but it is 100% organic cotton. It's just a really cool colorway and pattern. This sweater is super cool. It looks like these organic cotton sweaters go for $60 to $80. If I don't keep this, I'm probably going to price it at around 100 and take offers down to like 80, because I think this is like the coolest looking one that's listed. I just really like that pattern. It's got like the wave line. I don't know how to explain it. The in between the colors. I don't know. It's just a really cool piece. So this was my favorite find of the week, and I may keep it, but we'll see. But that is it. I appreciate you guys making it to the end of the video here. If you did, please like and subscribe. It helps me out a bunch. It lets me know if you guys are enjoying the content, and helps the channel grow a lot. And if you don't enjoy the content, or there's something I mixed up, or something you'd rather see more of, please let me know so I can adjust accordingly and, you know, make content that works for you guys that you enjoy. But other than that, I hope you guys are enjoying your week, and I will see you soon.